And two-time Super Bowl champion Torrey Smith joining us now on Total Access ahead of his team, Level 82, playing in Overtime's OT7 league this weekend. But we got to start with these rookie receivers. We just saw you putting points on the board as a rookie. How did you feel about this rookie draft class? Any standout story?
Oh, man, I think this class in general, I thought it was deeper than most folks really gave it credit for. But to me, I think it all starts with Marvin Harrison, a guy that I've been able to watch him since he was a senior in high school. He played in the Under Armour All-American game. I was coaching down there at the time, and just polished, extremely polished. You could tell he works in a lab at St. Joe's Preps, and his dad did a great job with him up there in Philadelphia. So it's been fun watching him just grow over the years and really be the star of this class. But there are so many different guys, playmakers, depth. My Ravens bias may show a little bit there, but I love, Tez being drafted out of Carolina to the Baltimore Ravens. So, there are guys you can go from the first round to the end of the draft, just playmakers all across the board. And I'm excited for these young guys.
We saw Rome and Caleb on opposite sidelines. They developed a relationship through the draft process, wound up getting picked within a few picks of each other. How do you think that relationship is going to go? You think they're going to be successful here in 2024?
I think they're going to be awesome because Caleb Williams is going to be successful, first of all. A guy that I think the media gives him a hard time, but being in the DMV area, I've been familiar with him for a long time, and he's consistently been the best player on the field. I don't see any reason as to why that will change with time. I think everyone takes time to adjust. But for him, his skill set is what we want this modern quarterback to look like, and he has all the talent in the world. He has all the confidence in the world. And speaking of the rookie quarterbacks, not just him, but the quarterback class in general, it's been some time since you've seen, and maybe really ever, I don't think we've ever really seen a quarterback class with guys that are really being put in great positions with their organization. I think about him having receivers around him right away. He has my little brother DJ Moore with him, right? You end up having Keenan Allen coming over there. He's set up for success as a rookie right away. And there are so many other guys that teams were in bad situations because they had bad quarterback play. Because the quarterbacks were hurt or they had bad play, not necessarily bad teams. So to see him and so many other these young guys, they're going to be in great position. I can't wait to watch them all grow.
Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks get drafted not in those situations. Good to see it not be the case this year. You mentioned some flock bias. How do you feel about King Henry in the backfield with Lamar next year?
Man, I love it. Derrick Henry, one of the best backs over the last decade here, really. And so for him to have the opportunity to play with Lamar is really a gem. If you had the opportunity to meet him, super humble, one of the best players in the league, clearly. But to have the opportunity for the Ravens to have the run game that they've had over the years, to now have that paired up with King Henry back there to take some pressure off of Lamar, I'm excited what this means for this offense.
Love to see the ground game, but it's not the focus coming up this weekend as we look forward to some Level 82 football and the OT7 coming up this weekend. You can see it coming up on NFL Network. What does your team, Coach Smith, have to do to be successful coming up this weekend?
I just have to be ourselves. 7-on-7 is an amazing game. It's fun. It's something that we all practice at the collegiate, the pro level, and obviously on down here to my 10-year-old son at Level 82. But for our team, just be polished, be disciplined, and be ourselves. We run concepts. I stole plays that we ran when I played in the league. So we're pretty solid offense there. But it's all about executing, the same as you'll hear each and every week. But it's fun watching those young guys play because I've noticed, and I'm not one of those old guys that like to hate when things change. You're starting to see more polished receivers come in and make an impact right away. And there's no secret. It's because of things like 7-on-7. They're starting early. My 10-year-old son, TJ, plays in Level 82 for us, and he's learning things that I didn't learn until I got to college. So the game has changed. There's so many talented young players from all across the country all coming together to compete, and there's nothing like it. I enjoy being a part of it.
And so you've seen the evolution of this game. You had to pick a player that's playing right now, Torrey, that goes back at the 7-on-7 and absolutely lights it up. Who would be your number one pick?
Justin Jefferson. And he did that already. He played with the bootleggers down there in Louisiana coming up. But, man, Justin Jefferson, the way he releases, the way he works, the way he competes for the ball, there's no one like him when it comes to his movement. I had the opportunity to work with him a few times at the Under Armour camps, and just watching him up close, man, he's as polished as they get, super humble. I'm glad to have his jersey in my household with my kids, and he would be a killer in today's game at 7-on-7.
And they're going to make sure he remains a Minnesota Viking, waiting on that deal at any moment. Great football player regardless of where he plays. Just like Torrey Smith. Good luck coming up this weekend. Thanks for joining us on Total Access. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.